Hi, I'm Julie Hall, the founder of Women Unlimited, and this is my Friday session. So today I'm going to talk about a couple of things. One, I'm going to celebrate a couple of moments with you. Two, I'm going to tell you where our next conference is going to be, so you can save the date, make sure you come along. And then three, I'm going to talk about a book that I've read in the last week that has really changed my perspective and that I think is definitely worth picking up. So the first thing is I just wanted to say how excited I am to be a finalist for the Stevie Awards. I don't usually apply for awards, and this was just something I did on the spur of a moment, and I was thrilled to be in the shortlist, which means I'm going to New York. Yeah! So I'm going to New York on the 8th of November for 2 days to see if I won, because quite frankly, it would suck if I won and I wasn't there. So I'm really excited. But there's kind of a second point about this, which is that quite often when we're in our business, we forget to celebrate some of those special moments. And it really does make a massive, massive difference. So if you have something going on in your life, I just want to really encourage you to celebrate it and be proud of what you've achieved, because it does make a really big difference. And I'm so excited to be telling you about where our next conference is going to be. So we hold an annual conference, for those of you that don't know, and it's an amazing all-day event that makes you laugh, makes you cry. It's full of inspiration, full of stories, full of learning. We run it every year around International Women's Day, and this year we've managed to get a venue that is able to host us on International Women's Day. And we are holding it at, drumroll please, we're holding it at the British Academy of Film and Theatre Arts at the BAFTAs, which is so amazing. I can't tell you how excited I am about it. It's going to be such a great day, so I do hope that you come along, and please make sure you save the date. We've only got 227 seats available, so and I think the tickets are going to sell pretty fast once we put them up for sale. So please make sure you put the date in the diary, because it's going to be a brilliant, brilliant day. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you today is this book. Oh, The Click Moment. I hope you can see that okay. This is a book by a guy called Frans Johansson, and it really just is such an amazing, amazing book. It made me laugh out loud. It gave me insights and a whole new perspective on what it is to create a successful business, because we think that if we follow a specific formula, we will achieve success. And what the Click Moment talks about is actually that if you follow the 10,000 hour rule, which was first talked about with Malcolm Gladwell, where we practice a particular skill for 10,000 hours, and that's what we require to become excellent at it. So we sort of think that excellence and success is something that is achievable just by following a specific formula. And in a fixed or closed environment, this is absolutely true. So if you're talking about tennis, if you practice for 10,000 hours, then you will be pretty darn good at tennis. And they've found in studies that when they study piano players, the ones that are virtuosos, the ones that are more excellent than anyone else, are generally more excellent, not because of talent, but because they've put in the time. It's practice. So the more you practice, the more excellent you can become. Now, what Frans talks about in this book is actually a little bit different. He says that we need to actually bring in some sort of serendipity. We need to bring in what he calls click moments. So where we use outside influences actually change the course that we might take, and it then moves us in a different direction. And by following and pursuing that path, that is how we create success. And it's also where most success comes from. And he cites loads of examples. He talks about how ABC, the US television station, was in real trouble until they brought in Lost and Desperate Housewives. Now, the thing about Lost was it was never really supposed to be on TV. It just, through a series of small actions, actually managed to make it onto the desk of somebody who was able to approve it, who, by the way, got fired for approving it. And that TV show turned the fortunes of ABC right around. Now, I've had a number of click moments in my own business with Women Unlimited, like when we were trying to figure out a way to earn some revenue, because I didn't have a great business model when I first started back in 2008. And I was thinking about running training events. And just at the same time, the British Library happened to be looking for a women in business partner. Those two things came together, and it just transformed my business. And Women Unlimited went from an organization that was wholly about sharing information online to becoming one that was about educating and inspiring women as well. So another moment happened when I was at this event put on by a guy called Roger Hamilton, and his sort of opening gambit, and I talk about this a little bit in the interview that we did with Rashid last week. His opening gambit is, what's your legacy? And at the time I was running a web design business. And so I was just, talking about wanting to help small business owners, make the best impact possible online. And it really didn't resonate with me. And in the last 30 seconds, because we had to share it with our partner next to us, in the last 30 seconds, I said, I really want to help women create more successful businesses. I want to share knowledge and provide a platform for them to do that. And that, for me, I had no idea where that came from. That came from somewhere deep inside me. But if Roger Hamilton had not asked me the question, then Women Unlimited would not exist today. I truly believe that. And for me, that was a massive click moment. Now, to actually experience click moments in our lives, what we need to do is actually do things that are outside of our regular realm of business. So the problem that we have is that when we're working on something or working in our businesses, we're so focused on what we want to say, what we want to do, what we're trying to achieve, that we create tunnel vision. And if you open yourself up to wider things, like go to an art gallery or go to a networking event that's for designers, even though you're a retailer, it has the opportunity to just open up your mind and expand your perspectives and give you different insights that you wouldn't have anyway. I definitely recommend that you pick up this book, The Click Moment, and give it a read, because it really will expand your mind and is definitely worth picking up. So that's it for this edition of Julie's Friday Catch-Up. I don't know what else to call it. And I look forward to speaking to you next week. Take care.